Bryant Street Publishing presents Tempted by Molly O'Keefe. Read for you by Holly Adams. Prologue. 1865. Andersonville Prison, Georgia. They were easy to ignore. The wounded, the dying, the battle-weary and nightmare-ridden, the old soldiers like him who had crossed that bridge at Antietam and walked the blood-soaked road out of the Battle of the Wilderness. They were made of hide and bone and grit. Most of them would not walk out of this hell. Perhaps none of them. He didn't even see those soldiers, his fellow prisoners, anymore. They were a sea of sunburned flesh and rags, burned out holes where eyes should be. They looked just like him, he imagined, should he ever see himself again. Even the raiders, with their savageness barely contained by their flesh, he could ignore. Their taunts and efforts to control the sea of prisoners inside the stockade with brutality and fear no longer filled him with outrage. Somehow, he even managed to ignore the rain and the relentless heat. He didn't notice the flies anymore either. Whatever was left of him from before the war, gone, lost in the heat, the degradation. But when the gates opened, letting in new prisoners, stumbling in formation, clutching their haversacks and a threadbare blanket each, all that was left of what lay outside those barricades, Stephen had to look away, into a white-blue sky heavy with heat and empty of clouds. They are not men. None of us are, he thought, over and over, until the words meant nothing and he could live in his body again. "Whose is this?" the soldier in charge of the division of 30 men asked during mess, holding up the cube portion of cornbread and the sliver of raw bacon that was their ration for the next 24 hours. Stephen's name got called, and he took his ration and split it in half, twisting the other half in a handkerchief for the morning. One of the new prisoners, a kid not old enough to shave by the looks of his chin, got the last ration, a miserly bit of cornbread. The boy gobbled it down, took the bacon and nearly did the same with it, too. This boy was no concern of his, but not so long ago he'd been in charge of boys like this one, and he'd been good at it, and the instinct rose up from where he tried to keep it buried. "Wait on that."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?